Welcome to Vernon Snowbike. Let's ride. Today we had big plans to go out and ride some fresh snow and to shoot the Yeti review. So much for that, we had a bit of a mechanical problem.
Let's have a look.
Welcome to Vernon Snowbike. Roadside Assistance required. So this is El Macho, our truck. Just had some fresh tires put on the back, and of course we have the little notice inside to get it retorqued. We were about 3 or 4 minutes away from retorquing our wheels and checking when we heard a bang, and the rear tire fell off. It sheared the, what do you call them? Not the lug nuts, but the threaded studs. They're gone. So now it's a bigger rescue mission. Our truck will probably have to be towed to town. Trailer will probably have to be towed to town, and we will likely not be riding today. Rather a bit of a bummer, don't you know? That's it. Retorque your wheels. Maybe a little sooner than you think.
So at this point I took off with Courtney from the Snowmobile Club, who was kind enough to take me down the road to find some cell reception.
Nice, and we went into the trailer. Warren and I went in there. We grabbed some of our survival stuff out to just give it a try and make sure that everything was present and that it worked. Let's take a look. All right, well, Andrew's returned from ordering up a tow truck to take El Macho out. Thank you for that. And we've been busy while you've been gone.
I see that.
Warren made a baton for us. Now,
he's good for something.
This is nice for processing firewood. Yes, he did manage to do this without hurting himself.
Good boy.
Put this aside for now. This gives us an opportunity to open up what we call our clown car.
Yeah.
And it's a funny little name. It's just a little pot. We call it a clown car because, you know, those, it's not even a cartoon, but those situations where they have a bunch of clowns popping out of a car, like 20 people come out. Well, that's kind of what this is. So we have our Frisium rod fire starter, which we're going to use.
Yeah.
I have a pink lighter because pink.
Because pink.
We have our space blanket, which we'll cuddle under.
Sweet.
These are cotton balls soaked in Vaseline, and that's what we're going to start our fire with.
They're
it's gonna start like crazy. More clowns. We got a little bit of fairly lightweight paracord here. That's for whatever.
Guess we have to tie Warren up later.
Yep. Right. Then we got a contractor grade garbage bag. This thing's really heavy duty, and you can make an emergency shelter out of it. You can wear it. You can do whatever you need.
Or we can put Warren in it.
Warren's body parts in there, leftover parts.
We're having a
This
barbecue.
is interesting. We got a little condensation in here, so we have not opened this once all winter. Our tea has started to.
So
See,
tea
there's a
bags.
little bit of ice in there.
Yeah, tea bags have to go in a baggie.
Yep. And maybe we want to open this a couple times a year. So
Clown car opportunity for improvement.
Right. Here, let me just take that. It's stuff that we clearly won't need.
Body bag,
Body bag.
cordage,
SOS.
space blanket. We need this stuff.
Okay. We might make some tea if the pickup truck doesn't arrive right away.
Yes.
In this remote location where we've been stranded, Mother Nature has afforded us a couple of chairs.
Hot pink.
These are grown naturally in this part of the country, but
It's rare.
they are rare, so we were lucky to find that.
We were.
So we're going to start a little fire here. First thing I want to do is just get the fire off the ground. So I've got some spruce and I don't know, what is this? What's this stuff?
Cedar.
That's the word I was looking for. So I'm just getting a little bit off the coldness of the
Making
ground.
a little bed.
We processed a little bit of wood here. Now thankfully if we were up on the mountain right now, we'd be dealing with deep snow. And that would be kind of a bummer. We can just walk around here in our blue jeans. We haven't even gotten changed. So we
You run that through a Wartaw to get it onto this fire?
No, well, check this out. This is also a naturally occurring phenomenon in this part of the country. Well, Warren did clean these up a little bit. It was
karate chopped them?
It was standing, and then he karate chopped. Well, he cut it down.
Nice.
And then he karate chopped it. And then he used his pocket planer.
He's proving more and more to be of some value.
He's not as much of a dolt as we make him out to be. So I have a knife in my survival kit. It's not this big, but this is my favorite one. And it was in my truck, which was here. So hey, why not? We're going to process a little bit of wood while you get that cotton ball out.
I got it.
See, this stuff's going to be the bomb because we know it's dried. So you can take any type of wood that's somewhat dead and dry. It's easier, and buck it up into little pieces like this. And once you get a nice piece like this, just keep making it smaller and smaller. And this sucker's going to go up like crazy. We'll be having tea and strumpets in no time.
How's that?
Alright. What's this down here? Okay, so we got some cotton ball action. This will burn for quite a while. You just have to hit it with one spark. You could if we really wanted to make a point, we could dip that into our coffee and then bring it out and light it. That's how good it is. So let's see what we can do here.
Okay.
You got the freesium rod ready?
I do.
You don't need a knife like this to do this. It's helpful, but you don't even need a baton if it's small enough, because I'm just tapping with my hand.
So I'm really happy that we brought that freesium rod, or we always have it with us, because today, as we found, lighters don't always work. They run out of gas, and they also don't work that great in the cold.
That's right, and those cotton balls, I mentioned it at one time in there, I talked about cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. The other times I just said cotton balls, but what we do is we take cotton balls and we smush a bunch of Vaseline into them and put them in a plastic baggie. You can light them with one spark pretty much, and even if they're wet, they'll continue to burn.
They work like a jet.
That's right.
Let's take a look at one more segment that we filmed before the tow truck showed up.
All right. So while our fire is heating up, we might as well talk about one more piece of gear that we have attached to the Snowbikes. This is a folding stove. I picked this up at Mountain Equipment Co-op. Actually, this is our second one. It's brand new. Mine's all black because it's been used a bunch. I just use it out camping sometimes. So this one's made out of titanium. You don't need to get that fancy. It's just what they happen to have in stock. And you fold it, and it turns into a little stove. There's the bottom, so air can come through. You put your fuel in here, which are little sticks and branches. Light it on fire. You got a little door so you can tend to your fire. And your pot goes on top. Now, if we were up on the mountain, we'd be in 8 to 10 feet of snow. So we'd have to make some sort of a bed for this to sit on, like the stuff that you're kneeling on.
Yeah.
We just set that out on top of the snow. Put this down, get her in there, light her up, and then we would be melting water and making tea or oatmeal, whatever our emergency kind of rations are. And there you go. So we just finished filming that segment. The tow truck showed up. We loaded the truck, and off to town we went.
Day over.
No fun. Well, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Shame. 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 Shame.